Okay, welcome back. We're just dipping the ends into the toilet bowl wax, like so. This way completely preserves them for when you're grafting, and as you can see, I got a good heavy coat on them. And then I'll just dip the bottom ends, like so, and then put them on a paper towel to dry. And basically all you need to do. Same thing here. We're going to dip the don't worry, it will grow out of this. And then you do the bottom end real quick, like so. A lot of people say, well, why are you putting wax on them? Well, that's to preserve them because evergreens like to dry out. So again, the bottom, and you can see it's a nice healthy dose. I have the flame off right now. And then the top central lead, like so. And we put it over here. Pretty simple. Now, the blue spruce, a little bit different. You're going to stick it in there. Like so. See how I just encapsulated all those buds. And then we're going to do the bottom to seal it up. And then we're just going to put it here. So the same idea, it's just a little bit thicker. Okay, now this is a primary example of what you would want to graft with the evergreens right here. And then again, you're going to just dip, if you can, each central bud into there to allow it to grow. Like so. So that's the way everything's capped. And then you do the bottom as much as you can. Bam. Nice healthy coat. And that will dry. We're heating it back up. Oh, here's my other central bud again. If I can get this guy all the way in there. And you see, I would love to do this. See how I'm squishing them? All the way around. Okay. That's how I think it should be done. Then you let it drip so it doesn't get anywhere. Let it drip a little bit higher. See how that's completely soaked? That one's a lot better than the last ones. That's how you want it to be. Bring it over. Don't breathe on it because your molecules in your breath carry bacteria. And these are very disease-ridden. That's actually heavier now. You can see the wax. And then we do the bottom really quick. Just a couple of times like so. And we set, and again, those are my two central buds. And that's basically how I'm going to do the rest of those. Now, the softwood is so much easier because literally, since they're central buds, meaning it's not been cut, it's 10 times easier. I'm going to shut this off before it ignites. Okay. So, I'm just going to encapsulate the central bud real quick, like so. Again, this is toilet bowl wax. And then I'm going to do the bottom here. That's because of me. Sorry about that. and that's the maple. And then we're gonna go over here, take this guy, there we go, get that annoying little thing out of there. Okay, done with that. Shake it off in the can so it doesn't go anywhere. Flip it, get the bottom of the Scion wood, and this is maple, by the way. And basically now you just encapsulated the whole thing. So now it's preserved. And then we're going to put it in moist, cool conditions so that it can survive until we graft it back onto the main rootstock that we got it from, so the tree can then survive. Like so. And that was all 3 of those. Remember how I only grabbed 3, and then I have, well, somebody put gloves on it, but that's okay. We have this stuff. Now, again, these are all central buds, and what that means is very small. It's not pencil's width. It's smaller than pencil's width. It's we're going to encapsulate the ends like so. And then you could do the buds, but honestly, I would just do the main buds for this, which would be that one. Let it dry. This guy, let it dry. Bam. So I did the main buds. I didn't do that bud, and I did the bottom. And then we just, put that there for now. And we'll tag them. We'll group them, tag them with this tape I have right here. And we'll write beechwood, hemlock, maple, tag them. We'll put them in moist sawdust. And then actually what I got right here, and people were asking me, why are you going to save it, is an old pant leg. I got 2 of them. Well, now I got an excuse to use them. I'm going to wrap all of this in the softwood shavings that I'm going to go get out of the shop and make sure they're moist. Wrap them, that with the shavings in the pant leg, and then put the pant leg outside in the ground. So that way I'm using all the natural resources. I'm not filling up the refrigerator over there with basically pieces of wood that you can't eat. So this way it's an all natural process. And I'm still, the biggest point of this was God allowed me to use the natural resources because of the windstorm last night. So that's a plus. Amen. I was not planning on this happening. It just kind of happened. So I thought, I might as well put it up on the channel for the guys and girls for you to see. I'm like, this will be good. So actually, this is 2022 grafting wood. And free. Can't stress that enough. It was free. I didn't have to go out, swap or trade, and pay for shipping costs. It was all naturally on the land to begin with. So again, I'm just doing the central buds. It was free. You see, I'm trying to separate the species, but basically by doing what I'm doing here, I'm preserving them. I'm keeping them moist, which they're going to have to stay moist. And I'm going to keep them cool, dormant, without any leaves as you're seeing them now. This will allow me to give me time to graft them in the spring. However, this is December. Normally you get your Scion wood in February, March time. I have gotten it in December before, but never with the evergreens. The evergreens is a whole new ball game for me. So yes, I got it now because the trees snapped. I'm like, I better, do them upright and go from there. And don't worry, the leaves, if these grafts take, they'll break right through that wax. I'm not worried about the wax at all. The wax is just, and again, you can use hydrogen peroxide if you want. That's just a safety caution. You don't have to use that. They do have to be somewhat sealed, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. Just kind of the central buds. The other bud, actually, technically, all I would really do is what I cut right there, that. But I'm doing an extra step just so you can see what to do right, what not to do right. And I may come back, and when I'm grafting, I may cut a lot of this off and just use the central lead. But, again, here we got this little evergreen. See how I'm completely coating it. Shaking off the excess. Letting it dry a little bit so it doesn't get anywhere. And then doing the bottom a little bit. And again, this just preserves it. That's all we're trying to do right now. This is the hardest process right here. After you're done this grafting, what, 10 minutes maybe? So again, the bottom. You want to make sure your stuff is, gotta be careful, that can be hot. So right there, got it. And then we flip it, do the top, the central lead. Because these guys are known to dry out. Some people coat the whole entire thing. If I could do that, I would. I just have this little can. I do have enough wax to do that, but it's the problem of the can. You know, the can's only so big. And I don't want to ruin a pot. So I got this can a couple of years ago. It was a pineapple can. And basically, I've been using it. I'm going to keep on using it until I run out, and then I'll probably refill it. And then we just flip, do this side. And again, I got at least a good inch. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the coating. And then I'm just putting them over on the paper towel here. This way I have very little to clean up afterwards. I'll just go through and pick it up off the stove. And right now what I'm doing actually is the blue spruce. So that's what I cut right there. So now it's sealed. And once it's a little bit dry, I flip it. I do the bottom, or the top actually. That's the central bud. Let me try to show you that. That's what it's gonna kind of look like. And then we just go to the next one. So again, this is the process of partially how to preserve your scion wood until it's time to graft. So this is an essential part, because without your scion wood, you can't graft. And you definitely, if you're into grafting, it's a good idea to have your scion wood. I'm going to try to bend that to get that other guy. Ah, yeah, see, I got that other central lead, so that's good. And I'm letting that dry. That's kind of heavy, but again, this one's fully coated. So what I'm going to try to do is stick them in there, bend them around. Again, shake them off inside the can. This is where I guess you waste a lot of wax, because if you look at it, the evergreens, because the needles are taking up more wax, and now I got a situation, because now, okay, I'm going to have to do something like that. And then go on this side. There, got them. And then put them there. Bottom. And the top. And again, that's what it's going to look like. Now this is all trial and error. I don't know if this will actually work, but we're going. I know it will work for the hardwoods. I'm talking about the evergreens. I don't know if this process will actually preserve it good or what it will do. I read up on it, so that's why I'm doing what I read. We'll see. And again, this was from the blue spruce outside. It just, a branch came off. I'm like, ooh, I can use that. You see, this little guy is perfect because I can get him right in there and probably soak up every little last part of him. Oh yeah, look at how thick I made him. Okay, that's an example of too much. Because the wax is now cooling down. Okay, so now we gotta turn this bad boy back on, center them. We only have a couple more to do right there. We've just done a bunch of them. We're gonna wrap them up with a Sharpie, label them, put them in sawdust, put them in the pant legs, throw them in the ground. So that's the rest of the process. I just wanted to show you it. Okay, it's Gort out. God bless. Bye.